Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Shelley here. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me once again. So we're going to read out some comments that I got from the Shikara transformations video that I put up, which was, in my opinion, one of her freaking best videos. So let's get into that, and then we're going to read the comments of Alexandra's one that I reacted to of her favourites, of 2025 favourites. We're going to do that. And then if there's not too much reading out, might go straight into the average Gen Xer has put up a react, and I would like to watch that and react to it. So we might do that, or we might do it in a separate one after this. We'll see how we go. All right. So 64 comments. Now this is the one where of Shikara transformations. Sarah says she doesn't know how to dress her kid for the weather because she's fat and hot and sweaty all the time. So she doesn't understand the normal people would be freezing their tits off in that weather. Poor baby. That's true. She doesn't feel what other people feel. Lennon says, you, Shelley, and Shikara are normal people with love, values, and common sense. Big L is the opposite. Without maternal love and only selfishness. She fakes it just like her weight loss. Thank you for this reaction. You're welcome, Lennon. Thank you for giving me such a lovely compliment. I appreciate it. Yes, H1Z says, I still believe she bought her own gifts. Yeah, I believe she bought her own gifts too. I really do. I believe that she bought that bracelet, that so-called Yarman got her that says Anderson on it. I reckon that she bought that. And I think she also bought the decorations that she put up. Not Today says, that fall he took looked pretty hard at 41.22. That was about little Anderson. 41.49, he is still on the floor and she stepped over him. I know kids are always falling and toppling over, but I know he was wailing. She never stopped and checked on him. She is simply a horrible human. I believe that. Doesn't surprise me at all. Violet Sterling says, it was so infuriating to hear her say she wanted to get ready while Anderson was still napping so she could do it in peace. Yeah. Who talks like that about their children? That is her attitude towards him all day, every day. And Jessica Palmer says he is nothing but an inconvenience to her. It's so sad. Yes, H1 says she's been cooped up. Yeah. Imagine how she'd feel if she were like me. The ungrateful bee. She has no idea what being sick with several diseases at once. No, she doesn't. I'm still so grateful. I lived another year and I'm so grateful. I have a family that loves me and cares about me. I can't ask for more. Well, you'll have more in your lifetime than what you will ever have. Ever. Not Today says, even when the baby was around during the 16 days she wasn't alone, Ya was involved, or Nancy was there to babysit Alex. That's to babysit Alex. That's right. There's always an adult nearby to rescue the baby. Even at the tree farm, cousins were nearby, as well as Nancy. When Anderson gets motoring, when, Alex will absolutely not be able to handle it. At this point in his development, she can contain him, control his napping, but it's coming to an end. His doctors are going to notice delayed milestones. At some point, he will get pushed to catch up. Alex won't be able to keep up with a 2-year-old. I know she won't, and I'm here to see it. 1966, Alison says, such a terrible mum. I am going to be a first-time grandma this summer. I'm quitting my job to be able to keep my grandson so he does not have to go to a nursery. Well, you are beautiful. I done everything to try and keep my son out of a nursery when he was growing up, and now we'll be doing the same with my grandson. Plus a nursery fee in South Carolina is about $350 per week. Fuck, that's a lot. Sunny Days says, you are a star. You are brilliant. 1966. The return of Veronica Sawyer says, she's so sick, she needs inpatient treatment now. Yes. If only she'd listen, love. Deborah, did you notice Alexandra was wearing her pyjamas while collecting free stuff? Oh, no, I didn't. With her child out in the cold weather. It definitely says all you need to know. Yes, I could not believe it. I didn't notice that, but I believe it. Hips don't lie. They kill me with the jealous talk. I know. I'm good. Wouldn't want that so-called life she has. Neither do I. 7H1 says she's passionate because she actually loves her baby girl. That's exactly right. Michelle Gordon says the Christmas season is all about the kids. The magic we as parents create for them. I try to do things with my kids so they feel the spirit and joy of the season. The music, the smells and the feeling. Alex is a child herself, so mentally stunted, that everything is about her. She really needs to grow the F up. Wouldn't hold your breath, Michelle. Jessica Palmer says it's selfishness. Elaine Pavek says, in my humble opinion, if her child had been a girl, these videos would be a lot different. I think we all know that. Absolutely, Elaine. Jane says, absolutely. A female child would also have been dressed properly. Her hair looked after. She would have had a mini-me to continue the vile circle of nasty monster and an innocent child. Jen Meyer says, Jane, 100%. Malaran says, I mean, if you have to go out of your way to have a blood test, ultrasound, whatever else she did to confirm the sex of the baby, she was in denial. Also, it's very telling when she left him as a days-old newborn, to shop and get her nails done. Being so-called TTC, having healthy baby wasn't enough. Nope, it's never enough for Alex. Jane says, Elaine, your comment is very valid. As are all the comments here, we have critical thinking. We see what is happening here. Not humble, just intelligent. And Jane also says, I watched one Christmas movie, Home Alone 2. I love that. That's in New York. I'm at home mostly when my children were small. I didn't watch television. Never. I still don't. What a sad, useless, unproductive existence she has. The fact a child is involved is very concerning. E. Marina says, brilliant video. She's just saying it how it is. It's nice to hear someone else just saying it how it is. Marina says, I knew that Vlogmas would expose her. She was filming every single day and people could clearly see how much she spends with her child and how much she spends on stupid, childish things that no one cares or needs. And that was probably before Vlogmas, but she could hide it. She and Ya just don't seem interested in parenting. Zero interest. I bet Anderson will go no contact when he grows up. Gee, I'd love that for them. I really would. And yes, I said them because he deserves it too, seeing he's not putting his foot down around Alexandra's neck. Yes, H1Z says, at 3204, you see her pyjama sleeve. She wore her pyjamas to collect her birthday freebies. At 3204, let's have a look. And probably wake them up.
In the kitchen, and then people can fill their plates and then come sit here and make. All right, you guys, I'm cutting up this brie in advance just to make my life a little bit easier later when I assemble the charcuterie board.
She's been eating from the brie, you can hear. Listen to her, she's got food in her mouth.
I'm munching on a little bit of it with some wheat thin crackers. There you go. But I saw Stephanie Rose once do this with a cookie cutter. And you just push it through the brie.
I love to hear people eat and chew on the...
Also, I'm pretty sure, of course, he always needs a good nap, doesn't he? Imagine your child actually napping for a little bit shorter than expected. It happened.
Yes, she did. Good catch. What a lazy ass. Who does that? She was so manic about getting her free treats. She couldn't take the time to get herself and Anderson put together first. Nope. Someone else might have eaten them before her. Yes, H1 says, I was a single parent and had to work to support us. No child support. So they had to go to daycare and it broke my heart. Jen Myers, I was too. I really feel for you with regards to needing daycare. I was fortunate and lucky. I could work hours around school and them most of the time. When I couldn't, I had my mother fill in on my late husband's mother, would help out when she could. So I was able to save the money from daycare. Yes, H1 says to Jen Myers, fabulous. My mother was deceased when I was 30 and my sisters had families of their own. I was fortunate because the daycare was a small family-owned facility and my children loved it there. I cried most days, especially in the beginning after I dropped them off and drove to work. Oh, Jen Myers says to Yes H1Z, I am sorry to hear that about your mother. You did what you had to do at the time. That's right. And so would I have if needed. We all would do anything for our children. Well, we all would, except Alex, to give them all the love and a good life. Yes, H1 says, when these loser parents say they're young, they won't remember it. I have tons of cute pictures when my babies were little. Yep, I just posted one of them that I came across on my community tab. My babies were my life. Now I have 5 grandchildren and they are my life. We were doing things when I didn't work. I'm telling you, we made memories, just myself and the 2 boys, because I was single, divorced, and my children were my entire life. That is beautiful. You sound like a beautiful mother and a beautiful grandmother. Saz Princess says, at 44:35, it really irritates me when Alex and Ya and Nancy talk while chewing food. And Alex sometimes zooms in on the open mouth on purpose. It's absolutely vile and disgusting. That's because she's vile and disgusting, says Princess. Natasha says the only time Alex and Anderson are together outside, one-on-one, that's right, to do errands. It's never anything fun for him. It's only for her that involves shopping or food. He's learning and seeing all your habits with food. Sure is. Jane says, when have we ever heard nasty, which means nasty, call the monster honey? Yeah, never, until everyone commented about their toxic narcissist times 2 relationship. The return of Veronica Sawyer says, Shikara, a single 2-hour nap is fine. Anderson had 3 to 4 naps a day. I know, it's ridiculous. Asleep for hours and hours. Deborah, the Crunch and Munch she said she bought for the Christmas games, it seems a handful made it to the charcuterie board. Yeah. The rest went down her gullet. Flower Pot says, but Alex isn't treating Bruno well and never has. Yeah, I know. So it's a strange comparison that the commenter is making. Alex should have been cancelled after Coco was rehomed, in my opinion. We all know how Alex views animals. Just look at her rehoming history. Clearly it hasn't bothered enough viewers. Otherwise she wouldn't be here today. Yeah, but no, that's not necessarily true, love, because YouTube doesn't think of things like that. They don't care how many animals she's rehomed. They can't take you down for that. Bruno is definitely crated most of the day. Just like Anderson stuck in his bed, we all see Bruno with matted hair. And now Anderson's hygiene routine is also in question. We know Bruno's bum issues are directly a result of Alex not taking him out on daily walks. Anderson not reaching his milestones are because of Alex. Pet or human, she is not capable of caring for anything for anyone other than herself. Yep. And not wanting to. It's not only she's not capable, she just doesn't want to. Yes, H1Z says he doesn't even know how to use utensils. She still feeds him soft foods. Yep, yogurt. She is so self-absorbed that it's a literal crime how she neglects his growth. Jane says, yes, it's criminal. Child neglect and child abuse are indeed crimes. Don't worry, it's coming. Oh, Jane, but when? When, Jane? Saz Princess says, hi, Shelley. I hope that everyone has a wonderful and prosperous 2026. Thank you, darling. Same to you. This video really enforces all the reasons why we must all continue to advocate for children and pets who have negligent parents and owners, especially those who flaunt their neglect behaviour online like Alexandra. Edit to add, Anderson is clearly showing signs of the negative conditioning he is being subjected to by Alex, mainly the rest of the family, Ya, Nancy, etc., who comply with Alex's selfish behaviour. They all need to be held accountable. If a nerd says at 37:03, the star ornament on the tree is also on top of her from the editing. It's warped onto her. It looks wild. It's also interesting how the lighting is different between background and her, how she doesn't cast a shadow, and how the TV screen saver only moves when she is not in frame. But who am I? Let's look at 37:03, the star ornament. Shall we? You meant to tell me her filters were...
I guess for me more so than anything.
some black tights with it. I don't know why I like associate wearing tights with the holidays. I think it's from being a kid. Like it just feels like a kid feeling wearing tights, because I don't really wear tights that often.
Because you still act like a kid and you are mentally a child.
Otherwise, but I love this dress. It's got like this really cute, like kind of corset smocking, and then it has in the back.
I mean, it's this.
I don't know which star they're talking about. The star ornament on the tree is also on top of her from the editing. It's warped onto her. Hang on. Alright, let's play.
Makes you less hot, losing some weight, and eating healthier. Maybe not have such a high sodium diet, so your blood pressure isn't through the roof. Just a thought.
And sugar.
So, and then this is what I end up doing every time. I end up like Googling easy updos, and then none of them ever come out right. Could do half up, half down situation, and I can like recrimp underneath. Okay, here's the final fit check. I am wearing this dress that we got.
Please say something. I hope to God she says something about her having the filters on in this.
For Thanksgiving last year from Old Navy.
But I don't know if she. I don't know if she watches her enough to know that she has the filters on. Don't you love her legs?
Tell me, how is a dress that she bought last year that fit her fine last year still fitting her today? I don't know about you guys, but I have the blue
hang on. I think she meant.
Tell me,
this one here.
How is a dress that she bought last year?
I think she meant this star here. Well, she said it was on top of her though. There's no star on top of her. I don't know. I don't understand. Doesn't matter. Alright. Next one. She gives him Benadryl to make him sleep. Trust me, she does something to get her time. I believe that too, Jessica Palmer says. Well, if she does, she really, really should be reported. Jenny Meyer says, my two sons are both adults now and I still enjoy any time with them. They will always be my whole life. I can't imagine when they were younger shoveling them off anywhere but with me. Now that I was blessed this past August with my first grandchild, congratulations, I enjoy and take in every moment with her. I always tell my son and daughter-in-law, if I am not working, I am always free to come over if they need help or on errands. Violet Sterling says, that's wonderful. You have a first grandchild. I have grandchildren and know the wonderful special feeling of being with them. There is nothing like it. That's beautiful. Jen Meyer says to Violet Sterling, thank you. You are so right. No words can describe. Jane says, the child was directly behind her. She could have stepped on him. Remember, everyone, this is all on camera and edited by her. What is going on when the camera isn't on? CPS will be called out when the tragedy happens. Yes, H1Z says at 21:30, those blue lips are making an appearance. Let's have a look.
To at least get a couple freebies. So you're already...
Of course.
I mean, my Starbucks drink, but you can get a free item at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, especially her bottom one. Yes, H1 says, by the way, those Hoka shoes are over $150. I know. But he bought them for her, yeah? Sure, Jan. F and Nerd says, bro, the travel thing is facts. I had to travel 1.5 hours from the daycare where my oldest was. He was like 10 months and had an incident. The provider called me 3 hours after it happened and I had to travel that distance on top of it. He crawled down some stairs, hit his head bad. He was fine after an emergency visit. He was also pulled out of that daycare. I don't think she realizes the stuff that happens. Lord forbid. And being that far from her child is wild. I don't even go 30 minutes to the doctor while mine are at daycare and school. I will make arrangements with my mother to take them with me. Nah. Yeah, that's because you're a good mother. She really is just a bad mother. Naps. 1 to 3 hour nap is normal. 2 or 3 hour naps a day is not. She falls into the ladder, laughing my ass off. My oldest doesn't sleep for shit. He has meds now as an older child, but he wouldn't nap in the day at that age often, if ever. He sleeps badly and has for a while, but he's now on melatonin at night to facilitate. He doesn't produce enough of his own, and it's wild. Youngest loves sleep. Good sleep at night, good nap during the day. He's down 45 to 90 minutes per day and depends on him and what he needs. Ray 8G says at 21:32 she loves to manipulate and rip people off. Oh, excuse me. Okay, hang on. So much that she will plan a day around it with glee, but she is too ashamed to go in person. So she sends yeah to answer the question, is the free birthday item all you ordered? Then see their disgusted face when they hand you the cookie they threw on the floor to spite you. I love that. That's when Anderson, I think she's talking about this when Yarman went to get her the free, what it was, drink or cookie, whatever bloody hell it was. Stephanie Martinez says a lot of her stands also have issues with food, I see. Some of the girls that follow her on Instagram and they struggle with weight and also trying WW with all these hacks, they just think like her and it's sad. Yep, and she doesn't help. Yes, H1Z says she didn't take him to daycare on the weekend. Jane says, Shikara had the numbers for the child being in daycare over Christmas. I didn't name Shikara in my last comment. I couldn't remember her name. I get confused with skeletons in the cupboard. Why? I have no idea. They are both brilliant. Chris 54 Lady, I have to say I am not a parent, and you don't have to be to know right from wrong. I'm a former teacher and an aunt. I took care of babies all the way up to kindergarten. I also took care of my special needs children of various ages. My point is, I find this whole thing very disturbing and sad. I have watched mums cry when they have to drop off their baby at daycare because they have to work. Yep, that's true. It's truly disturbing that this woman who has chooses to put her child in daycare. In my opinion, she should be his teacher because both her and her husband are his primary teachers. Yep, you would think that. Ugh. I'm so sorry, guys. Excuse me. Yeah, you would think that. What was I up to? Because both her and her husband are his primary teachers, and it seems a lazy attitude towards her child. I pray for her child and that he will be okay. This is all just my opinion from a teacher's and aunt's perspective. Well, it's a beautiful opinion, Chris. Chair Bear says, happy 2026. Same to you, darling. All right, now, this is her... I still can't believe she said that. Since I've had a baby, it makes me want to consume less. Sure fucking Jan. Her 2025 favourites, which was absolutely pathetic and rubbish. She's going to shill her toupee. Yep. Tara says, Alex, they don't make a 1X in the Vitality leggings, so just say you wear a 2X. Oh, see, Tara knows that kind of stuff. Mireille Pineda says, how the hell can Mo chase a toddler around when he's always sleeping at daycare? That's right. I'm Slash says, whatever she recommends, I refuse to try. Good. Smart lady. Rawani says, as a new mum and no one knowing things in her favours related to her... Hang on. As a new mum and not one thing in her favourites related to her. That's right, as a new mum. That is so true. That is so true. Not one thing she could have said about, this is what I bought for the baby and this is fantastic. There was nothing about that. It was all about her, which is pretty much always about her, isn't it? That's a great take from this runaway. Ali says, Alex, your mum stole someone else's artwork and called it her own. She is not a brutally honest person. Yep. Long Island Gal says she weighed in and only gained, 1.5 pounds. I have no words. How the fuck? If she's been eating since October, since Halloween, she has been eating like this. How the hell does she only say that she's only put on that much weight? I don't believe it. Happy New Year, Shelley, my dear. Wishing you all the health, love and happiness you deserve. I love you and your channel. Thank you so much, Long Island Gal 76. I appreciate you, love. Thank you for being here and right back at you. Carol Johnson, 5 minutes in and she's on my last raw nerve. Help us all in 2026. Jane says 16 out of 25. Run up and Christmas. Her child was Right up to Christmas, her child was absent. That calculation was the work of one of our other reaction channels, not mine. Credit where credit is due. Pause in Paris says, the Mo to pay. Yep. Obese shopping network. Oh my God, Mo, haha. Yeah, is Curly and Nancy is Larry. No disrespect to the amazing Stooges, though. Ruby Tuesday from London Town. Give over, Alex. I think she meant maybe get over it, Alex. I don't know. Give over, Alex. I believe you lost 50 pounds. You lost it 5 pounds at a time. Then put the 5 back on 10 times. Carol Johnson, Mo, you are so right. Hysterical. Flower pot, the shilling. Yep. Chair Bear. And another manic episode. Alex tells us right out the gate to go and, to go and binge her Vlogmas. The nerve. Natasha says, Rare Beauty makeup and the highlighters are pure magic. Yes, aren't they? I don't know how they do the highlighters. They are so beautiful. Yep. Done even if you have textured skin, it goes on smooth. It lays like a hybrid of blush and a highlighter. Wishing Shelley and all the subs a blessed and happy new year. Thank you, Natasha. Marina says, remember when she used to say her and Ya were low-key workaholics? Yeah, I have to find that. You don't have to find a love because we remember workaholics, my ass. Country Shade Tree Tara says she works real hard moving her hand to her mouth. She works real hard scrolling TikTok. She works real hard to avoid interacting with her child. That's what she does best, Tara. Alana Cato, imagine calling yourself a workaholic when she only puts on vlogs only 3 days a week and for 15 minutes a vlog, laughing my ass off. She is nuts and delusional. That's my opinion. Manny B, 2026, I can't with this toxicity. I understand. I click on your channel, Shelley. I click on your channel, Shelley. I let it run on silent so you get your views. Oh, you're a sweetheart. I know you've had enough of her. I just can't stay on this hamster wheel. Sending you a big hug. I understand. Absolutely and totally. Long Island girl. I checked the Gap sweatpant jeans guide and a large is a size 12 to 14. Jan, I believe you. Yeah, right. Loopy Lou, the leggings are £85 on Amazon UK. Fucking, she bought 5 pairs. She doesn't want, 5 pairs, but she doesn't want things. Yes, since she had a child. That's right. She's just not relatable. Ya's bald spot stress, when did it start and why? Had not got one in pregnancy pic. Had not got one in her pregnancy pic or her intro on this video. Wawa Spirits was in Devon's comment section. Was she? Well, we're going to do the Devon's right after this one, so we'll see. She's got to be a bipolar and a narcissist. Absolutely. As a daughter of BP narc mother, I agree. Jazz in the box says. Jack's in the box, sorry. Lenolin says, now I know what not to buy because she would be the last person I believe. Cassie, Shelley, Elf just came out with a new Halo Glow highlighter that is basically a dupe for Rare Beauty highlighter. I have tried both. If you want to save some money, I will try the Elf one and give it a go. Oh God, I would, Cassie, but the one I have here, it's going to take me years to finish this highlighter. It is so fine pressed powder that it's going to take me a very long time. But when it does finish, I will definitely try it. Thank you for letting me know. Candy Cane, you missed the part where she says she's on day 4 of not washing her hair. Dear God, I'm glad I missed that, Candy Cane. Elena Cato says she looks larger here. She even contoured under her chins, unless that's dirt. It probably could be. E. Marina's, she's a new mum, as in new to seeing her child. If you add up all the time she spends with him, the video is ridiculous from her. God love your patience, Shelley, doing this for us. You are welcome. Marina laughs. Obese Shopping Network says at 15:23, who in their right mind would purposely wear these clown pants, skinny or otherwise? They are hideous. Now I assume before I click on them that they are the barrel jean trackies that are meant to look like jeans.
Barrel sweatpants, so much.
That don't look barrel on you because your legs are too big and they're filling up the. They do look like clown ones. They do look like she should be at a clown. Even remember when they used to have back in the day the rodeos, and the clowns used to come out and wear those pants. Nora Torres says, oh my God, okay, so who knows who Alex is copying right now with this delusional talk about how she is a new mum bullshit. We all know you have not done jack shit with your child, and it shows. I work with kids for 20 years now. She isn't working with him at all, let alone chasing him around. Laugh my ass off. He can't walk. Where are you chasing an immobile child around to, please, Alex? Explain. Yep. E-Marinas, I use the overnight thingy as I've dried my hair. So I use the overnight thingy as I've dry hair. So I don't like too much heat on my hair. So it works for me, and my hair curls easily, and I use it properly. You only need to buy one in the last year, and why would anyone listen to her about shampoo? She never washes her hair, exactly, and the makeup tips from her are just no. Sass Princess, hi Shelley, yet another shilling video. Yep, 041. If it's not a Shelley react, if you don't say, ugh, that face. Merchandise with the statement as a slogan would be awesome. Well, I told Tara to do that a while ago, and she did have some. I don't know if she still has them up. I know Nella has got some merch up, but I don't know if any of them saying, ugh, that face, but she's more than welcome to use it if she wants to. Alright guys, well, that's that one. So I think we can get into the average Gen Xer, and let's watch her. So it's Devon. Alexandra Rodriguez's big fat mental health crisis.
The subreddit that is about her to be taken down. Luckily for the rest of us, they don't. But we have to talk about Alexandra. What's up, guys? It's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer, and welcome back to my channel, where today we have to talk about Alexandra Rodriguez. Yes. See, the problem is Alexandra is back on her bullshit, whining about how the people of Reddit bully her to such a degree. Yep. They don't. But the only time that she has ever considered deleting herself was when she read some Reddit posts written about her, and that she would very much like the subreddit that is about her to be taken down. Luckily for the rest of us, the sun does not shine up Alex's fat ass, and so we all have a right to use our critical thinking and give our opinions on what Alex chooses to post about her life 3 times a week and every day lately since it's been Vlogmas. But let's break this down.
I love that lipstick color on her.
But first, real quick, on every video on this channel, I encourage and beg and plead with all animal lovers out there, please consider fostering or volunteering on site for your local animal shelter. Whether you're a cat or a dog person or a rabbit person or a gerbil person or whatever, if you love animals, there's a shelter near you that needs your help and would love to have you. This is my current foster, Miss Goldie, with her favorite bunny toy, and I've had her for a couple of months now.
That is so gorgeous. They really are like children, aren't they? Look how beautiful and innocent they are. She's actually, he or she is sleeping with that toy.
And she will get adopted eventually. Not all fosters go on for several months. You don't have to do long-term foster. You could do short-term foster. There's fosters at every single shelter who want to go away for the weekend but need someone to take the dog they're fostering or the cat. So please give it some thought. Do it for the animals. Thanks. Okay, so it all started yesterday on Monday. Today is Tuesday, December 30th that I am recording this, and yesterday I woke up to a fantastic catch by user Aromatic Store, who posted some of Alex's Insta comments. And the person who left the brilliant original comment, I don't have their username. If I find it, I will tell you. But they said, by the way, since you get your ideas from Reddit and do everything that's said there, you can also see the comparison pictures, but you probably already know that. And so this person is pointing out that we all know that Alex lurks on the subreddit. It's been completely obvious for a long time that she stops in there to see what we're talking about, because someone will mention that she needs to put socks on the baby, and the next vlog, she does it. Yep. Or she needs to eat whole foods and stop eating junk. And then she casually mentioned how she's trying to eat more whole foods. Yep. It's so stupid. But of course she lies about it. But there are a lot of comparison pictures with regard to what Alex looks like in her photoshopped Instagram photos and what Alex looks like in her vlogs, which are most likely also filtered. But she looks like two different people. And she has continued to lie and deny using any kind of filters or Photoshop, which is astounding that she gets away with this.
Yep.
Okay, and then Alex commented on this, and she said, I would never look at my Reddit because you guys...
My Reddit.
...are endangering me and my mental health. The only time I have felt suicidal is because of you evil people. You are all very sad and sick. Yeah, you'd love to believe that, wouldn't you, Alex?
Yep.
I hope you all heal. I'm so sure you do. And find better things to do than talk about strangers online and commiserate together. Well, Alex, you're not a stranger to us because you've been putting your stupid life on YouTube for almost 15 years.
Yep.
So you're not a stranger. We're commenting and talking and commiserating
on someone that we know very well
about the bullshit you post online, about how you show off and practically brag about what a terrible mother you are, about all the crap you eat and all the lengths you go to put together said crap food, and all the stupid shopping you do for nothing, for the same cheap plastic crap you bought a year ago.
Yep.
So you are why there is an Alexandra Rodriguez subreddit. And we, the general public, have every right to say whatever the fuck we want about you in a public forum such as Reddit. Now, obviously, we can't say everything because I've been kicked off of Reddit twice now. The first time was for saying that Alex's content makes me want to stab myself in the eye. You're out of here. And then the second time was because I said Alex has the most punchable face on the internet. So you can say what you want and Reddit will ban you, but such is life in the 21st century. My point is that Alex is the one putting herself out there on the internet, and she does not get to control what every person on earth thinks about her. Alex, there's a great saying in the 12-step program, what other people think of me is none of my business. Maybe you should try that one.
She could never.
So the comments on this post, New Hampshire gal, one of our illustrious mods, said, quoted, endangering me and my mental health. Alex is blaming the people of Reddit for endangering her and her precious mental health. How dare we taunt such a princess?
Yeah.
The translation of endangering me and my mental health is, I lie through my teeth and I'm allergic to accountability, so I have to resort to externalizing blame. I am unable to handle any sort of criticism that forces me to look in the mirror and face the person I truly am.
Yep.
Now, we're all human. We all do stupid shit. I have had to face some of my bad behavior recently, and I don't want to be a person that behaves badly in the way that I do when I am triggered. And so I will suck it up and take the criticism and try to be better. But that's not the way things go in the world of Alex Rodriguez, because Alexandra is the princess, and anyone who does not think she's the princess is a bully and a hater, and they are jealous of her. You just keep telling yourself that, Alex. New Hampshire gal goes on. So yeah, you guys are haters, and I am just trying to make a living here by gaslighting all of you. How dare you all spill facts? Leave me alone already. And it's attributed to Alex, probably. Legal Post said, funny that she loves to talk about her mental health, but all she does is gaslight strangers on the internet and try to shame her own stepsister, who was an actual victim. She is truly sick. Also, the term my Reddit is crazy. I noticed that too. There's a lot of
narcissistic
tells with Alex that, in my humble, unprofessional opinion, show that she is clearly on the narcissistic spectrum. And the fact that she just casually called it my Reddit, not that subreddit or whatever, is one of those tells, in my opinion. I mean, I know it's a tiny little thing and I'm picking at nothing, but we're all human. And if you have a fairly well-regulated, normal human emotions, ability to connect with other humans, and normal amounts of empathy and sympathy and blah, 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 things like that stick out to you.
Yep.
Because it's off. It's just off. Like her.
Yeah.
She's off. And that's why this subreddit exists.
And that's putting it nicely.
She is truly sick. Also, the term my Reddit is crazy work. It's not your Reddit, bitch. It's our Reddit about you.
That's right.
New Hampshire gal responded, I am surprised she didn't tell all of us to get therapy, yeah, which is her favorite insult, but in reality is something she desperately needs. Well, didn't she say that she was in therapy earlier this year? I would swear that I heard that. You'll be glad to know, Alex, that I have an excellent therapist. Legal Post replied, probably because she read here that it's not the insult that she thinks it is, especially after she was claiming to be in therapy herself earlier this year. See, I am not crazy. Okay, Alfalfa said, and the fact that she says she doesn't read here is a damn lie.
Yep.
Okay, I wanted to throw this in here. It's not technically really related to the mental health thing we're talking about today, but this is a post that Shakara Transformations put up. I'll link her channel below. If you don't know who she is, check her out. She is a certified badass. She's a trainer and a I think professional figure bodybuilder. I'm sorry if I'm saying that completely wrong, but she's a badass. Check out her channel. And she does cover Alex. And she said, this might offend people, and if you wish to unsubscribe, so be it. But Alex should not have any more children. Oh, Shakara Transformations also just had a baby, a daughter, I think, recently. Yep. Alex should not have any more children because she's not even taking care of the one she has. Yeah, no arguments here. And yes, I'll make a video later. Good, can't wait to watch it. I was curious about how often her kid was actually not with her during Vlogmas. You know, when she's doing important things like Christmas shopping and stuffing her fat pie hole. She didn't show her kid in the car or vlog for 16 of the 25 days. Anyone who thinks it's normal and okay to dump your kid on daycare for this banal shit should be ashamed. I totally understand for moms who work, for single moms needing some time, or even her if it was 1 to 2 days to do things like important shit you need to do. But to leave that poor kid in daycare so she can go consume on her is just insanity. And her mom is no better, being totally fine with going on shopping trips without the baby. Poor kid, spending his time locked up in his room, forced to be asleep, having his development stunted because his lazy ass mom can't be arsed to take care of him and rather wastes her time in the mall and supermarkets. And she is not wrong. Alex has said on her channel that she puts her kid in daycare 2 days a week. But the people of Reddit are, in fact, better than the FBI. So she puts him in daycare more than 2 days a week. Okay, so continuing on with the reaction to Alex's comment.
I love this. Alex, since you read here, please delete your channel. You just admitted to, thoughts from being on social media. You need to quit immediately.
How we are all endangering her and her mental health. Bless. Same negotiation said, Alex, since you read here, please delete your channel. Oh, God, if only.
I know.
You just admitted thoughts from being on social media. You need to quit immediately. Yeah, Alex thinks that everybody that has a negative thing to say about her is mean and is unkind and is just doing it to be an asshole. It's like she doesn't have any critical thinking skills, isn't it? Same negotiation goes on. This is not a joke. Mental health is serious. Alex, delete your channel. You need to be there for Anderson. Being a public figure is not for everyone. Delete your channel because you just admitted to
She will never delete her channel because she wants the money. She has nothing else that she can do.
Unaliving thoughts. Holy shit, I cannot believe someone would say that and stay on. Yeah, I mean, Alex has said many times she gets a ton of hate. She said she told her therapist once, don't search my name online because it's too depressing. But the fact is that she's been online for 15 years. You're going to attract attention if you make it to that point. I mean, she's got allegedly 500,000 subs. So there's enough people out there that keep her in fine style with her YouTube money, according to her vlogs anyway. And it's just bizarre that Alex really thinks she's going to threaten the people of Reddit with her mental health, as if it's no one is holding a gun to her head and telling her to go to Reddit and read about herself. No one. Oh God, it's so stupid. Okay, the comments on this one. New Hampshire gal. Watch her say you're shaming her for opening up about her so-called struggle. Yeah. Just because I wanted to take my own life, it doesn't mean I can't have a job. You know it's coming. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what comes with the job, Alex. When you reach the stage that you have reached, you're going to get plenty of hate.
Absolutely.
And you either have to suck it up or ignore it, find a way to ignore it, because you can. I mean, no one's showing up at your door.
Yep.
Or you get a different job, It's not that hard. People do it all the time. I was a licensed massage therapist here in Austin, Texas, for almost 20 years.
Wow.
And my thumbs were sick of it. And I didn't know what I was going to do. What do you know? I got a work from home laptop job in a completely different field, and I changed careers, and I make much more money now.
Wow.
So
good on you.
People do it, She just loves the attention.
Yes.
She feeds off the attention, which is narcissist.
Yep.
And we're all kind of narcissists, those of us that are on social media, because we've been trained like Pavlov's dog to get a dopamine hit from every like and comment and all that stuff. But
I have to disagree with that. I don't get a dopamine hit from the like or from this or from that. I don't understand. I do understand what she means, but I don't feel that personally. I really don't. I'm like, I don't say, when I say, can you please like and subscribe, it's for the algorithm so people can still see my videos. It's not so I can say, oh my God, I have this X amount of subs. I don't even know how many subs I have at the moment. Let me just double check. Hang on. So, I'm not taking away from her. I mean, she might feel that way. Devon might feel that way. But I don't really, I don't care. As long as my videos are still being seen. Oh, okay. I have 1,791 subscribers. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, I often do say, can you like and subscribe, like I said. And that's just for the algorithm. It's not like I can say, oh my God, I'm so great. Look how many people have subbed to me. No. And I don't get a dopamine hit from any of the likes either. I appreciate them, but I don't get that dopamine hit.
you don't get to post yourself. Just throwing an example out there. Remember when she was learning to be fearless, and being fearless was spending the whole day in her bathing suit going into Dunkin' Donuts and shit?
God, yeah.
You don't get to do shit like that and then complain and whine when people have negative opinions about it. Same negotiation, the OP said, she really needs to take a look in the mirror. I am serious. If she has had unaliving thoughts from comments about what she posts on the internet, she needs to take it seriously. She cannot stop people from commenting. It's the fucking internet. But she can stop posting, and she can delete her channel.
That's right.
She needs to do the right thing for herself and her son.
She won't.
She has to take accountability for her mental health and control what she can, which is her own content. She needs to get off YouTube ASAP. Gloomy Arts. Video with braids coming soon. Every time Alex has to do an apology video or something, she tends to put her hair in two little pigtails to make herself look cute and innocent. Diabolical, I'm telling you.
And she thinks it works.
Same negotiation responded, everything aside. The letters she wrote, if you're unfamiliar, she wrote 2 letters 10 years apart to help get her father out of jail and then off of parole or probation early. And the reason people have a problem with this, her father is a PDF file, and he was doing 10 years for graping his adopted daughter many, many, many times. So yeah, and Alex knew what he was in jail for, and she still wrote to the judge singing her daddy's praises, her daddy that she doesn't hardly know because he left when she was a baby. Okay, I'm rambling. The letter she wrote, how she treats Bruno and Anderson, etc., etc. All of that aside, I may not like Alex as a human being, but if she said she has or has had unaliving thoughts from comments, then she needs to get offline. Get off YouTube ASAP. Alex, please delete your channel. I'm not even saying that as a hater. I'm saying that as a human being. It is insane that she continues to vlog when she admitted this. There is a baby in the picture who needs his mother. She needs to get off YouTube and work at Target or something. She cannot handle this, and that's okay. Delete your channel ASAP. Yeah, there's no shame.
Alex will reply to this. I shouldn't have to delete my channel. Plus, those thoughts were before I even had Anderson. I would never do anything now that I have a child because she's such a loving mother.
I mean, she's had a great run, a fantastic run. I would love to make the kind of money she makes on YouTube. And she does have hustle. I'll give her that. I mean, she's outlasted a lot of people online, and it is her only job still, as far as we know. But you don't get to make yourself a public figure and then complain when you don't like what people have to say about the things you post publicly.
Yep.
I mean, why do I have to explain this? Why do any of us have to explain this to Alex? Gloomy Art said she's too dim to realize that you cannot throw that word around. She just said it as if it's a casual thing. Her dumb shit of a husband should step in. But of course he won't. He's too busy watching F1 races, playing with Legos, and sitting on his bidet. And that, Gloomy Art, is a perfect description of her husband Yar.
Yep.
MMG said, so, to review, Alex is allowed to, 1, open a platform geared to women allegedly promoting body positivity in which she distorts, slims, photoshops, and openly lies about her size, resulting in body dysmorphia for her viewers. But she doesn't care. 2, she's allowed to
YouTube by the look of it.
Write an open letter advocating for her dad after he essayed her adopted sister. 3, neglect her kid and not do a thing about his blatant delays while shaming anyone offering to help with suggestions to seek early intervention. Yeah. God forbid you tell Alex that her kid doesn't have the upper body strength and coordination that he should have at his age. She will block you and tell you that you're a jealous hater. MMG goes on, but we are not allowed to call her out because while the mental health of her viewers is not her responsibility, her mental health is supposed to be our responsibility.
That's right.
If you don't want women on Reddit discussing your awful behavior, stop behaving badly on the internet.
Love it.
Easy peasy, right? Simple solution. And finally, this is from New Hampshire Gal, and this is such a well-written post that I really want to
love those glasses on her.
To read it out because she really says what we're all thinking about Alex. And if only Alex would come to Reddit and read this about herself. So New Hampshire Gal says, diet culture isn't the problem, Alex. Your dishonesty is.
That's right.
Amen to that. Folks, I've about had it with this woman. Blaming others for unaliving thoughts has hit a nerve with me. I have lost friends to unaliving. My own uncle took his life. I have also battled unaliving ideations. Thankfully, my struggles with ideations are in a distant past, but I know that isn't the case for a lot of people, including a few of the people that frequent and contribute to this board. Thank you for talking about your mental health struggles openly and honestly. I can also discuss my traumas, ADHD, anxiety, depression, and my struggles openly. I am ashamed of none of it. I am human, I struggle, and I fucking own it. Amen to that too, sis.
Yes.
With that being said, Alex loves to blame diet culture for being overweight and for why people want to lose weight. Yeah, that's, she's kind of lost in 2011 when she started, when the whole body positivity thing was really ramping up and fat acceptance, and it's totally fine to be 300 pounds overweight and blah, blah, blah. And it's all this diet culture and the diet industry that has made us fat. And no, it's just one thing that makes you fat, and that's what you put in your hand and what your hand puts in your mouth.
That's exactly right.
That's pretty much it.
No one does it for you.
You don't get to condemn diet culture while actively faking weight loss and presenting it as real. If diet culture is so harmful, why are you reinforcing it by selling an unattainable, fabricated version of your body? This is the contradiction no one wants to name. Explain it to us, Alex. Put your hair in braids, take off your makeup, and film a "We Need to Chat" video. Oh, and don't forget to post a picture of you fake crying in the thumbnail. Here's the thing. People don't feel bad because they want to lose weight. They feel bad because they're being lied to. We see it constantly here. I'm her height and weight, but I'm a size 22. What's wrong with me? I'm a size 16, and I don't look anything like her. Yeah, you do see that a lot since this year when Alex has been off on her fake Weight Watchers thing. I think she really intended to lose weight originally, and maybe she has lost a little bit of weight, but she's now claiming a 50-pound weight loss, and she's claiming that she looks like a different person at the end of this year compared to what she looked like at the beginning.
Yeah, remember, her clothes are falling off her now.
Of this year, and she doesn't. She looks exactly the same. She looks different if you count all the filters she puts on her shit. New Hampshire Gal goes on. It's your gaslighting. That confusion isn't diet culture. It's your gaslighting. Yeah, she's driving us all freaking crazy because she's clearly manipulating her image in some way. Either she's making herself look skinnier than she is, or she's making herself look fatter than she is, and we know which one it is.
Yeah.
And it's really messing with people's mental health. So, as it turns out, Alex is bad for all of our mental health. And us discussing that is bullying and hating on Alex. Yeah. Poor Alex. Editing your body, denying it, and then blaming viewers for noticing is not body positivity. It's deception dressed up as activism. You are so compassionate. You are such an INFJ, aren't you? Please. Oh, I'll have to read about INFJ. That's regarding the Myers-Briggs personality test. And if you are unfamiliar, there's a really great site not sponsored or anything. I just love their site. It's called 16, the number 16, personalities.com. And you can take a test and find out which personality type you are. I turned out to be INTJ. And seriously, like, it explained my entire life to me. My entire way of thinking was explained in that description of that personality. Wow. So check it out. Alex apparently thinks she's an INFJ. Oh, and blaming diet culture while not so quietly editing yourself smaller is especially gross because it tells people you shouldn't want to change your body, but I clearly do. If you truly believed weight loss pressure was harmful, you wouldn't be manufacturing a fake before and after for profit. Yet here we are. No one here cares that Alex is obese. What people care about is being lied to, misled, and made to feel defective for not matching a body that doesn't exist. Yep. Diet culture didn't do that. She did. Yes, she absolutely did. The comments on this post-Pride celebration says Alex spends Vlogmas stuffing cookies, chocolates, cake, ice cream, and huge meals into her face. Every single shop or landmark she mentions is food-related. For example, they have the best cookies. Yeah. Also, Alex, I want to share, I've hit a new weight loss milestone. You're right. People care because they're being lied to and deceived just so that Alex can get enough YouTube coin to continue feeding her face and buying stupid crap on Amazon. Oh, and people care that her and her mother are pedo defenders. Yes, yep. We absolutely care about that. Entrepreneur Girl said, it's sad her whole life revolves around food. I'm surprised she didn't eat the salt dough for the ornaments. She made Christmas ornaments, apparently, with some dough with her son's footprint on it. Enigma Mom, who said she didn't. Cod Sensitive said, you are right. And I never recall seeing many leftovers in her fridge, even though she often talks about how she couldn't finish something because of her gastric bypass. Mm-hmm. And who in their right mind spends Christmas Eve morning, even though it's her birthday, scouring for food freebies? Yes. The 20 pounds of junky treats she served that day wasn't enough. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this, addiction is progressive. It gets worse over time. Mm-hmm. And Alex, in my humble opinion, as a sugar addict, is a sugar junkie. Her life revolves around carbs and sugar, yep. Which is not uncommon in today's world where everything is ultra processed in the United States. We're all designed to become addicted to all this crap. But the way it lights up Alex's brain and the fact that that's all she talks about is this food or
and her eyes,
that food, or we're going to go here or there and eat this or that. It's too much. It is her addiction on display. And that is one of the big reasons why we all want her to be demonetized and get off of YouTube. Yep.
So why can't YouTube say that?
For Late responded, I'm seriously confused about that. On my birthday, I didn't know I could get freebies either. Until one year, a friend told me that they eat free at Denny's and get free dessert at other restaurants, as well as getting freebies at the mall in some stores. It never crosses my mind to think about how much free food I could get at different fast food places. Yep. Like, how much food does one person need in one day? Yep. Well, when your entire life revolves around the acquiring of food, because that's one thing that people, in my opinion, don't talk about enough with regard to addiction. Once you start thinking about acquiring your drug of choice, you get the dopamine rush from that. So it's ramping up, and it's almost better than the actual dopamine rush you get from doing your drug of choice, whether that's sugar or anything else. And so that's why she just lights up when she's talking about how she's going to make something today, or I'm going to try this, or we're going to drive 2 hours to go buy donuts. Mm-hmm. That's addict behavior. Yep. And you're not allowed to be an alcoholic on YouTube. You're not allowed to be a drug addict on YouTube. Why should you be allowed to be a food addict on YouTube? I mean, we're already demonetizing some mukbang channels. Her channel is basically mukbang crossed with cheap plastic crap. Cod Sensitive responded, it's not that companies are being kind to you. They want your information that you have to give up in exchange for the free cookie or whatever. They want you to download their app so they can advertise and entice you to come to their establishments. Granted, some old school businesses like restaurants will give you a free dessert on your birthday if you alert them while you're dining there. But the new game is give us your information.
Yeah. She's too dumb to
Okay, Alfalfa. She must have great connections because they are aware of what she does and nothing happens. True.
Yeah.
Well, demonetization takes time, and she's been on for a long time. So she's made a lot of money for YouTube from ad revenues and all that crap. Sagittarius 1, I agree. There's definitely something going on somewhere that allows Alex to continue on unimpeded. It's a fucking enigma at this point. Granola Berry, apparently demonetization is happening by AI bots, and then subsequent appeals are handled by humans. She could be slipping through the cracks. Has anyone looked up whether she has been deleting older videos? ED Talk would flag the bots, so maybe those videos are gone. Silver mentioned, I feel exactly the same way. I'm almost to the point where I just don't even want to talk about her. We all feel that way. But every time I step away, I feel pulled back in because I know she's going to tell a bigger lie.
Yeah.
I don't know what it will take for her to be canceled, but she needs to be. ETA, Boulder should be spelled, oh, Boulder. She's going to tell a bigger, bolder lie. But it's hilarious that it's Boulder because she's as big as a boulder. Background Cup said, she's still trying to play health at every size. Yeah, she's lost in the 20 teens when that started. When actual medical professionals tell her the truth about her morbid obesity, and then she posts in her vlogs and on social media about how eating everything in sight for 3 months straight, October to December, and going to the gym twice results in drastic weight loss, her filter slips and over-edited Insta pics never match, so we don't know what this woman truly looks like. She likes to live in a bubble of lies, and anytime she's called out for it, she's automatically being bullied and harassed. She doesn't care.
The last picture of her that was taken in the wild was with her and Yaman at the car show.
About
and she didn't look anything like that in her vlogs.
Lying to her audience. It's why she never does sponsorships from clothing brands, because most require no altering of the influencer's appearance when advertising for them. Interesting. She tells people that her 300-pound...
I believe that that's why she no longer does it. Also, I believe that a lot of people have contacted other people like Jane, and a lot of our subscribers have contacted these people and let them know that who Alex is. So I believe that a lot of them have stopped sending her stuff.
Plus body can fit into size large to extra large and size 16 jeans, while looking like her true size is 24 to 26. She does not care about the harm she causes to others. No, of course not. That's not the narcissist way. She does not care about the harm she causes to other women by doing this. As long as she convinces some, that's all that matters to her. Her stands are going to talk her right into a heart attack by 35. She's already had a blood clot and signs of poor circulation in her legs. But sure, cry online about how the big bad Reddit bullies are attacking you.
Yeah. She should be blaming her stands for psyching her up and egging her on for her bad behavior.
And that's what I have for you today, guys. So if you like this video, please like it, please hype it, please do all those cool YouTube things you can do to help the channel. I so appreciate it. And tell me what you think if you're invested in the Alexandra drama.
Did I like it? Yeah, I did. Alright guys, let me get this video up for you. That's all from me today. Tomorrow I will be back if she's going to upload her New Year's Eve video, and I will also go on to doing some Reddit reacts as well tomorrow. Alright guys, thank you so much. If you have a minute and you have the time to, just pop over to the Average Gen X's page and just give it a quick like on this video. Thank you so very much for watching with me today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.